Hi, I'm James Quayle and I'm the chair of the Manx Food Market Traders Association, also known as the Manx MFMTA. We wanted to put on the Food Village as a way of presenting the best of Manx produce and good food and a real Manx spirit for TT. We sense that the TT has lost a bit of its Manxness and we wanted to bring that back. And we have great traders who are very keen to do it, who don't really get the best opportunities available during this season. So we approached the Church of St Ninian's and we actually tried a one-day pop-up in the front of the church for Grand Prix last year. Wasn't a great success, but it created a relationship. So we've been working with them, we've been working with the Department of Enterprise, DEF has been supporting us to pull this all together. And we put a lot of work in. So we put a lot of work in, including putting in events to support the St John's Ambulance, including providing a breakfast service, sandwiches while they're out on the track and their thank you day, all sorts of different activities, and working to put on music with Culture Vanning and also the local buskers around here. So it was a real community feel, but also appealing to the local residents as well as our visitors.
That was the idea. You had the pop-up shop. What happened next?
Things got pretty close to the wire and then things changed. So we had been told about our planning application had got to a point where it was going to be for recommendation. However, at the planning meeting, several other issues had been raised, a lot to do with the whole environment of TT at the time, and it was decided that St Ninian's wasn't the best location, and would we consider moving? And I think part of that was we had to then find a solution. So we were offered an alternative site by the Department of Enterprise and Douglas City Centre, but it was right down on the prom, and it was right next to the fun fair, and actually putting music from the artists who play folk music isn't really going to fit in that environment. And also, I must say, the food from our food service traders is really good. It's not burgers and chips. You can have fine Italian dining. You can have curries from South Africa. You can have Tex-Mex, which you've never had before of this quality. And it wasn't really the right audience. So we wanted to look at what other alternatives we could do. So we've had a very, very, very busy week, but we are absolutely delighted to be able to tell you that Castletown has stepped forward, bent over backwards and opened their arms as graciously as possible, and we will be launching for the whole of practice week in Castletown, and we will offer you a great place to go and enjoy food, hang out, see some crafts, listen to some music and have a really nice experience. So if you're not mad passionate and trying to avoid TT, it's the place to go. It'll be great for families, but if you want a bit of TT, it's in this way as well with the big screen and the beers. So we can provide that. And then at the weekends, we're going to be back down to North Quay, which is the home of our Foodies Market, where we'll be doing Saturdays and Sundays on the first week, and also a full market on the Saturday following, where we will also have crafts down there. But on top of that, we will also have our food truck service down there throughout the week serving, so it will be the place in Douglas to hang out, quality fine dining outside with all the drinks you can want from the two bars down there, Kiki's and the British, and a really great atmosphere. So we hope you will come out and support us.
So it sounds like it's been quite a ride over the past few weeks, James. And this situation in Castletown, that is absolutely secure. You're not waiting for any sort of planning applications or anything with regard to that?
No, so we've discussed all of the issues. Luckily, a lot of the things we put in place around fire safety, around hygiene, are things which are transferable, and we've got those relationships. I mean, as an organisation, we are less than a year old, and most of us had nothing to do with the authorities before. So we've learnt a lot, and we've built all of those relationships, and we've got all of their support in moving it. There is paperwork to do, there are hoops, but with Castletown's help behind us, we've managed to do about 4 months' work in 4 days, and we've got another 2 months' work, so I reckon that will take 3 days.
And as you say, I mean, this has been a real learning process. And one of the things that was raised were some resident concerns. They were worried about the noise, potential smells, as well as parking issues. And I just wonder whether you had really anticipated that sort of reaction.
Well, this is a really delicate area. I am one of those residents. My family has lived 100 metres from this site for 3 generations, and I'm in that house now. And I'm very aware of some of the residents. So in December, I knocked on the doors and I had a very informal approach, which they cannot remember or do not realise. And I think I could have done better to the residents of St Ninian Court. However, the communications broke down, and it was only when they'd been upset and worried that we got to hear about it. by which point they had assumed that was going to be loud music when actually it's buskers. But by that time, the damage was done. It was hell. So I apologise for any upset I caused there, but this is for the benefit of the people, and we were solving parking situations and stuff like that. We had to take them into consideration, and I apologise for any misunderstanding. We tried, but we could have done better.
Where can people find the details of what's happening?
It will all be coming out in details when we nail it. We have our Facebook page. So that is Manx Foodies Market, and you can find all sorts. We're also setting up a page, which you can find off that page, which is for the TT. So that will give a whole list of what's happening and where. But Manx Radio is our sponsoring media company. So every day, morning and night, there'll be a rundown of what's happening on the different locations we are, who's playing the music, what food's available, what to miss, what time to turn up. So if you're looking for something to do, that's the place to listen.
Just finally, James, I mean, obviously some very good news after what you've been experiencing earlier in the week, but you're still looking for a site for something else that's happening.
Yeah, so one of the things we wanted to do with the TT Foodies Village was say a big thank you to St John's Ambulance. They have supported us right from the beginning. They come down, they're charming. They even help us set up and take down. So we had offered to give them a breakfast service for the people staying inside the HQ every day. So that's about 40 people. We're also going to hold their thank you event, which we can still do. We can still locate it somewhere else, but it doesn't have to be close. But as part of the breakfast service for St John's, we're going to extend that. And we have some riders lined up to do a 30-minute talk at that breakfast interval, because they can walk to it from the paddock, as a part of a fundraiser for another local charity. We've tried to find another site where we can put a small marquee up and leave a catering van. We'll use the site between 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and then it'd be free so that we can hold that event. But it has to be 10 minutes walk from the paddock and HQ so that we can make it work.
And would there be any requirements of whoever's got some land which might be suitable? Do they need to do anything, or is it literally just give permission?
We will solve everything. As you can see, we can turn things around pretty quickly and nothing stops us. So if you can give us a message at help@manxfmta.im, we will bite your hand off. Thank you very much.